The next time I see your balding ass, I'ma slap the fuck out of you for the old and the new.
My God. The streets are brewing again, guys. And you know we got to talk about this. A couple of days ago, we discussed this whole just hilarious Lauren LaRosa and the Breakfast Club mayhem. Not even 48 hours later, and we got another saga going on. Now, this time, it's Funky Dineva and Michelle ATLien Brown. Now, I don't know if you know about this whole debacle, but Michelle ATLien Brown, she is like a blogger, really popular blogger in Atlanta. And then Funky Dineva, he's a socialite. And he is a, you could say, influencer. He calls himself a content creator, but he has been very popular in Miami, also in Atlanta, and also on YouTube. He's doing very well. He is unfiltered, raw. He give it to you straight. I like him. But Funky Dineva had some problems in the past. He had some problems with substance abuse. He's been very vocal and very open about it.
There was a situation where I fell out with a blogger friend of mine that exposed, my use of cocaine at that time.
Never made a secret out of it. Maybe in the beginning. Later, it became more of like a testimony to him. So where he, he kind of reflects back on that period of time. Now, here is where it gets a little bit juicy. Because he and Michelle ATLien Brown, she rented a property to Funky Dineva. And this is back when he was popular. He started beginning, his popularity a little bit on YouTube. But, he had problems way back then. And like I said, substance abuse. And he was a little bit down and out in that period of his life. As being a friend of his, she rented out a property to him. And as you guys may know, there is this famous video on YouTube called the eviction video. It's on Michelle ATLien Brown, her page. And it is about her evicting Funky Dineva. Now, when she actually evicted him because something like him not paying the rent or I don't know, go check that video out. Once he was evicted, she actually went to the property to see, okay, what do I have to change, fix before, I rent it out again. Now, when she actually went to the property, guys, I'm telling you, the place was trash. And if I tell you trash, look at this.
There was a washer and dryer. My friend said my rag.
Hold on, wash and dryer. No, let me go back to that bathroom with the
your friend, dog feces all over the bathroom.
Hold on. No. Dog piss.
I don't know.
See what I'm saying? When she did the whole runaround through the house, she was actually crying on that video too at one point.
And I let a friend, I'm about to cry. I let a friend move in. No security deposit. No security deposit. Know what that friend did to me? That friend didn't pay rent for 3 months, okay? I had to put my friend out. So now my friend is mad at me because I had to put him out. So I taught this friend, I'm gonna start crying for real.
Looking at all the things she had to change and renovate, and it was a mess. This thing turned into a big fight. This fight has been brewing over 10 years. Of course, people evolve in these 10 years, and within these 10 years, Funky Dineva also made his apology to her. I think part of the apology is on his page, but I'm sure it's on hers, because she keeps talking about him. She keeps clowning him.
More than just saying I quit coke.
Now, he apologized to her because, this whole fight, he called her a stank ass, fish market, pussy smelling. I mean, I don't even want to, call out the words. Now, words on the street is that, Michelle is musty and she's a little bit smelly down there. Now, if you ask me, I don't think it's really all that chic to call people out for, alleged problems they might have. But once you're mad, you're mad. And since I'm Dabs Unfiltered, I know how I feel when you're mad. You just want to air it all out. She's always rebutted, so when he came, he called her out of his name. She, of course, came with the eviction video with, snippets of him being a drug addict, using crack. Now, even though he said himself, he had a substance abuse problem, it is, of course, not nice if you constantly have to relive that. His blood is boiling, her blood is boiling, and it just goes on and on. Yesterday, Funky Dineva put a video out where he discusses the top of the blogs. He's just doing a thing and we're laughing and, you know, people are laughing and whatever. He's humorous too. Then all of a sudden, one of the viewers said something about Quad. She is from the series Married to Medicine, and she has been on there for quite some time. Now, it's no secret that him and Quad developed a friendship. They kind of fell out at one point, but then, you know, they came back together and, you know, now their friendship seems stronger than before. Now, since they have developed a friendship, he feels like sometimes he needs to take up for her, which, when you're friends, that's the proper thing to do. So one of the viewers said something about Quad, her boyfriend being a fraud, riding in a stolen car, and that set him off. It completely set him off, whereas not only that topic went all the way to Michelle ATLien Brown, but it went all the way to Tasha K too. Now, we all know that him and Tasha K are friends too, but it's kind of like a love-hate relationship because Tasha K, as we know, messy as hell. You know, she says whatever she wants to. So sometimes she might say something about him, sometimes they're friends. And I guess he's sick of it, which I can imagine, if that is true. He is known for his epic reads and reading other people. But this time, it just took he was crashing out. He couldn't stop anymore. I felt bad for him because it will never make you look good if you're the one crashing out against a woman and just going in. Like, I know you're mad. I know maybe she was poking the bear because she made tons of videos about him. At some point, even though he trashed her place, at the end. And I do have to say that in these years, once he apologized and everything, he never really talked about her anymore. She, on the other hand, kept talking about him. We are going to listen to a big portion of the crash out of Funky Dineva, and I want to hear your opinion, Unfiltered Fam. Can you relate? Are you more like a person that says, you know, I'm going to pick up the phone, cuss somebody out, and that's that, instead of taking it to social media? Or do you feel like this was just totally uncalled for? Now, I've seen that Michelle ATLien Brown also posted her answer to all of that he said. I would, you know, insert some little clips of her as well after we look at the video. But boy, oh boy, is this a mess. Let's look at it.
I'm looking you dead square in your face, motherfucking Michelle Brown, and I'm telling you this.
I told you.
I'm not in the same place you left me in, love. And that's the win in itself. That's the win in itself. I'm not in the same place you left me in. I've left your ass in the dust, and you have had the esteem, honor, and pleasure of sitting back in your reclusive state and watching me pop my shit for the last decade. While 10 years later, you still stink. 10 years later, you've got no shows, no new opportunities. In the world of Ozempic and Mounjaro, you still find a way to gain weight, which is, for the life of me, I'm not understanding, because you always had a little bit of money. You still finding a way to get fatter, and then you still ate Michelle. Even if you gotta line your clothes with baking soda before you leave.
Not baking soda.
You still got the audacity to talk shit about people, and you smell like a canal in the middle of Minnesota. And I'm throwing Oliver all under the bus, and Oliver, do forgive me, but Oliver came back and said last week when he saw you at the Nene League show thing, when you went over there and tried to talk to him, you was stank then, and 3 people came back and said you was stank at YouTube Black. Now, you don't gave me every STD on the man. I'm nasty. I'm on drugs. I'm on crack. And all this, and let me tell you something, baby, I might have smoked all the crack from here to Timbuktu, but a bitch ain't never said I was stank. That's one thing about it, and 2 things for sure. My name might be Funky Dineva. You lied, you know good and goddamn well. That was dog food. That was dog food that was busted at the front door of your condo, but you wanted to make it seem like I had doo-doo, like I'm sitting there living in a house with doo-doo at the front door, a house that you came to every day and picked me up. But catch this tea, bitch. In the midst of me living in that house with that doo-doo, bitch, I ain't never smell as bad as you.
Now, he could have said all that, but then Michelle came back, because I told you she did her video, and she was like, it was dog food, dog doo-doo where? I got something for you.
He lived better than me, but his bedroom looked like that. Okay, he lived better than me. look at the nightstand. Look at all the crack on the nightstand, and look at all the trash out on the floor. Look at the dirty clothes. Look, I bet you wonder. You think that smell good? Do you think it smell good in there? Look at the nightstand by itself, child. All kind of cigarette butts and cups and stuff he didn't pissed in while he was in the bed. Yes, they deserve better. Okay. So don't come at me talking about how I was living. You was living in my place and tore it down to the floor. Okay.
Now let's not even pretend, guys. Let's not even pretend that if that was our property, we wouldn't pass out. But we're not done yet. We're not done yet, Unfiltered Fam. Because suddenly, this whole thing flipped to Tasha K.
You old, you fat, you stink, you're not smart, you're non-degreed, you're washed up, your self-esteem is in the dump, you don't have a man, you don't have a baby, 2 things that you wanted, but your pussy was too corroded to get. Nobody in Atlanta sees it for you. You think you doing something because you be with Nene Leakes, and Nene, what's she doing these days? You have no access to any celebrity circles. You have no access to any networks. We have not seen you on any TV shows, any specials. You don't host anything. You don't get any bookings. You don't shop better than me. You don't eat better than me. You don't live better than me. You don't ride better than me. You don't vacation better than me. You don't have better friends than me. You don't smell better than me.
We're moving on to Tasha K. We're moving on to Tasha K now.
I've tried to keep my peace with you, okay? But Tasha K, I want you to know this, and you can put this on record, okay? You can put this on record. The next time I publicly see you, I am going to walk up to you and I'm going to slap the shit out of you, and then I'm already just throw my setup and be ready to fight your husband. And the sad part about it is I actually like your husband a lot. I have no problems with your husband. You, on the other hand, Tasha, you the same raggedy bitch that every time you see me in public, it never fails. Every time you see me in public, you run up in my face trying to be my friend. So here, I am saying this out loud, okay? I'm saying this out loud because I am done being nice. At the point in which I used to try to be mature and try to play nice in the sandbox, I'm not playing nice with bitches no more. Tasha K, Tasha K, Tasha K, you and your husband are first on the list. I am telling you now, with every fiber of my being, the next time I see your balding ass, I'm going to slap the fuck out of you for the old and the new, okay?
What did you think about this? Do you think that this crash out was warranted? Do you think him threatening Tasha K was going way too far? What do you think Tasha K must do after this? Just completely ignore it? And what do you think Funky Dineva is going through? Because obviously he's going through something. Sorry on my lighting. It's getting all dark, so we got to move this along. But guys, he's going through it. Now, he's been talking the last month about, being in depression and not feeling well. But this could also simply be him being fed up. Now, I don't know which one it is. Leave it in the comments, guys, because I know my Unfiltered Fam always comes through with their perspective. But, my God, this was way too much for me. I'm going to leave you with some of the clips that ATLien Brown posted in response to Funky Dineva. And I'm going to close it out, guys. Now, thank you for watching. As always, I love spending time with you. And drop, your comments down in the comment section. But smash that subscribe button, guys. Please, let's grow this family. We're doing well. We are doing well. Smash that button, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Thank you. Take care. Bye.
See, that's what I get for being messy. Just like crackheads can relate to him, Black women can relate to me. Okay. Can I not be transparent and open and honest and talk about how hurt I was that somebody who I considered a friend tore up my rental property? Can I not?